everyone, it's Narelle here. Today I want to show you how to assemble the spinner card that were released in the 30-day festive makeathon over at the Cricket Explorer and More Facebook group. So here's the front of the card, and when you open it you'll see that the Christmas tree can spin. And it looks complicated, but it's actually quite an easy card to put together. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do now. So I have all my pieces here ready to go. And starting from the back layer, this piece here just has the one score line, which you can just see down the middle there. So we score that one, or we fold that one, and that gives us the base for our card. So the next piece we have is this one here, and you can't tell on this one, but there is actually a score line down the middle. So I'm going to just look for that there and then fold that one. And that one is going to sit right in the middle of that part there. So that's very easy to adhere. So I'll just get my ATG to do that piece. And we'll put that inside the card like so, butt it up against there, and then I'll just close that. So I want equal space at the top and the bottom. And I'll just close that one up there, and then I can put some tape on the other side. And then I'll close that. Okay, so there's that piece done. And then you'll see that we've got this piece here with the opening in the middle, and there are 3 score lines on this one. So we've got left and right here, and then one down the middle. So the 2 score lines on the outside are both valley folds, and the one down the middle is a mountain fold. So we'll do those, and I'll just, so that I know kind of where that line is, I'll just fold it back the opposite way, and then I can then easily fold that like so. And we'll fold that along there. We'll make sure the top and bottom are straight. And then we'll do the same on the other side. Just give it a bit of a crease that way, and then crease it that way. So again, make sure the top and bottom are straight, and do that. So then the middle ones here are mountain folds. So they're a little hard to see, but the light does kind of help you to see those a little bit better. So once we've done that, we'll just give those a good burnish. So there's that part of the card there. So now that is just going to stick to the base there like that. So when we put our adhesive on there, we only want to put it on these 2 rectangular pieces. We don't want any adhesive on the middle, otherwise our mechanism won't work and our tree won't spin. So that's how that one's going to work. Alright, so let's go ahead and we'll stick that down. Again, I'll just use my ATG for that. Going to line it up at the edge there, and then I'll close, once I've got it nice and straight, then I'll close the card up. I want it nice and straight. It's a little bit fiddly, this part, but I'll get there. I might go the opposite way. That's easier. Alright, so that's that one there. Now again, I'll go back with my adhesive. same thing. Line it up the two corners and stick it down. So now that's what we've got so far. Okay, so now let's look at the other pieces that we've got here. So this white piece, well, it can be whatever colour you like obviously, also has a score line down the top and the bottom, and they're also, because it's going to lay over this piece, it's also going to be mountain fold. So I'll just fold that along those two creases, and that will eventually, not yet, but that will stick onto that piece there. Now we have these two pieces here, so we've got a left panel and a right panel. It doesn't really matter which way you put them. Now, so they're going to go there. Now on this one here, I actually cut out all the individual little pieces and I layered them all together. Now that's quite fiddly, whereas on my original one that I did, I used a different image, and then I flattened that image onto the white panel in Design Space and did that as a print then cut, and that was a lot easier, obviously a lot quicker. Once I printed it out, I just got my Copics and I just quickly very roughly coloured them in. The stockings at the top I did cut out individually, but you could also do the same thing and just flatten those images onto that white piece and then put that through all at the same time as your print then cut, and then you could either have put them on there as coloured images, or like on this one here, the image that I used was actually just a black and white image, and that was what allowed me to be able to colour it in. But as I said, for this one I actually cut all the little pieces out and I layered them all together, so I did that off camera so that the video didn't go for too long, because it does take a little while to do that. So there they are, already stuck onto those pieces, so they are going to sit on the left and right panels there. The other pieces that I've got left are these two here, so I've got a piece for the front and then the Christmas wishes. So once I've finished this and I've stuck it together, I'll probably get some gems or some little pearls or something just to decorate that a little bit more. And then finally I've got the two Christmas trees here. So these two Christmas trees are identical, but they're mirror image. So be careful when you're putting them together, because there really isn't that much of a difference, but you can kind of tell that on here there's a little bit of a bump on this one that it doesn't have on the other side. So that means on this one the bump there is on the left. So they're going to go back to back, and that's then going to give me my spinning tree. So to make that spinning mechanism, what we need is some thread. Now I don't have a lot of twine, I'm not a big twine collector, so I didn't actually have anything that was the right colour. So what I did have was this thread, this silver thread, and you can get it in gold as well, but I had the silver, and that cost me about $2 just from our local kind of bargain store. I guess you call it a $2 shop over there. So that's what I'm going to use to make my spinning mechanism. So I'll just cut a piece of that that's longer than what I actually need. Because we'll cut the rest off later. Now that has to go here first. So it's going to be stuck to that. And then this piece is then going to be stuck over the top of that. And then the tree is going to go either side. So the easiest way that I found to do this is to stick it to the tree first. So that's what I'm going to do there. Red tape is probably the strongest way to do this so that it doesn't move. So I'll get a piece of that that's about the right size. And I'll just lay that on there, give that a burnish, take off the red layer, and then I'll lay that thread over there and try and get that centered. Like that. And then I'll get my other tree layer and we'll stick that to the top of that one. Make sure they're lined up nicely. Give that a good press. Now, probably a good idea to put some extra adhesive in there as well. So we can either go with glue or we can use some more tape. Let's see how the tape goes. Now, right, so that's got our two pieces of the tree together, and now we need to go and attach it to this piece here. So I'm going to center the tree lengthways, and I'm going to put some tape over here so that it sticks there. Before I do that, I'm just going to get rid of this extra bit of tape so that we can't see that. And the same at the top. Tidy that up. And then I'm going to get my tape here. Just put a bit over there. Now I've got to make sure that my tape's not going to be seen. So about halfway should do it. I'll put that there, and then another piece at the bottom. So we'll give that a good rub there. Now, take the liner off. And lay this over. Again, look for our still a bit messy there. Don't like mess. Alright, so then we'll lay that in there. Let's get it sitting where we want it. Get it pressed down. And then you can put some tape over the top of that. And you can actually then put your tape all the way along, because that white piece is going to cover it. So let's see how that goes. So we'll put that tape on there. Same on there. And then we'll need some down the sides. what I might do is put the tape on the back of this for the sides. Might be a bit easier. Righty. Now we'll lay this over the top. So we need to get rid of our liner. Might lay this one over. I've got to remember that this is a mountain fold, so I'll just get that back into the right shape. Line this up with our string, because that should be sitting at the center point, like that. And then I'll take the liner off these other two pieces. Down. Now red tape's pretty strong, so you really only have one chance at this, and I didn't do that one very well. But as you can see, I'm not straight. But for the sake of getting this video done, I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get that down there like that. So yeah, red tape is not my favourite thing. Alright. So that's got that. So we'll give that a good crease again and close that up. And there is our tree. And then if you give it a flick, you can see that it spins back and forth. So then all we need to do is cut off the bit of string that's hanging over the edge. And I'm sure you will do it much neater than I am. But there's that. And then we just put the rest of our card together. So here's my two side panels. So we'll put this one here, and I'm trying to line it up with the top and bottom of that white piece. That there. Again, it's not very straight, but you'll do better. Okay. Infuriating sometimes when things don't go straight. Alright, so that's that. Then we've got this piece here. So for the sake of speed, I'll break out the ATG gun. You could actually put pop dots on that if you wanted to pop that up off that piece there. I'll try and make sure this looks kind of straight. And then we'll pop that on the front. Okay, and that is the end of that card. So as I said, I'll go and put a little bit of sparkle or something on the front there, although it does have quite a bit with that glitter cardstock. and then you've got room for a sentiment and some writing on there. But basically that's how you do the spinner card. So I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, that was part of our 30-day festive make-a-thon. We are up to day 17 as of today, and I'll be posting day 18 shortly. But we've had a different file every day. We've given a free file every day. Most of the files that we've given, the base of the card will be made from free shapes from Design Space, so anybody will be able to cut them, providing they're using one of the Cricut Explorers or a Maker. Sometimes some of the images will also be made from free shapes, but if they're not, then in most cases, in fact all cases, they should be made from images that are found in Cricut Access. So if you have a Cricut Access subscription, then you'll be able to cut all of those cards and projects for free. So just quickly, some of the other projects that we have released so far. We've done tags, we haven't done tags, we've done place cards for Thanksgiving and Christmas. So this was one of the Christmas place cards that we did, and this one you could very easily just enlarge this and make it into a card. But that's like an origami style Christmas tree that we did. This one here was called a squash fold card, and it kind of just opens up like that. So that's one of the projects. And then we have the Dashing Through the Snow card, and this one actually came from, or was given to our group for free, from Sandy from Simply Crafty SVG files. So she gave everybody in the group the file to make this. So that was one of the projects that we had, and we thank Sandy very much for that. So as I said, we're up to about to do day 18, so there's all over 2 weeks worth of projects that are there, all for you to go and download and make. And we are giving away, as part of our festive make-a-thon, we're giving away a prize at the end. Currently we have one prize of a $50 gift card to Joanne, and that's one of the prizes, but we are going to be having a couple of other prizes as well. So please come and check out everything at Cricut Explorer and more, and we would love to see any entries that you would like to do in the make-a-thon. So thanks for watching this video, and stay tuned for some other assembly videos for some of the other projects in the make-a-thon. Bye for now.